Okay, should be all set to present here. I'm just going to give a pretty quick description and synopsis of my project. As I've described before in my slideshow, this is Blade and Sorcery, a fantasy style sword game where you just pretty much pit yourself up against a bunch of enemies. So I'll just give a basic showing as to just using a rapier and how the gameplay works before I get into the gameplay with my weapon. Just letting everyone know, I turned off the blood and gore because I didn't want it being too extreme for some people who may be queasy. It's very much focused on medieval sort of combat and making sure that you strike as quickly as possible. There's not really much to it besides, defending yourself, making sure that you block shots that come at you and striking the enemy when possible. You can mess with them with different abilities like electricity. You can move their arm out of the way with magic. You can also throw them around if you want to, if you're feeling a little extra aggressive today. And just give a quick demonstration to my weapon. So this is my dual-sided battle axe that I made. As you can see, it is not yet properly textured. I haven't quite gotten to that part yet because I don't know too much about Adobe Substance Painter, but I've been learning it throughout the weeks, and still I've been trying to make sure that everything unwraps properly and looks as smooth as possible. I managed to properly get into Unity and use some C++ coding and make sure that all of the different physics collision objects within the axe work properly, so you can move it, you can touch it. Your hands can move around on different parts of the weapon in case you want, a better grip for different attack sets. Originally, my plan here, which requires still a lot more coding that I'm going to have to go through, is I wanted this part of the damaged axe to have like an energy blade come out, and it would do more damage to the enemies around here. You'd be able to do more clean cuts. It's not exactly the size I wanted it to be, which I still have to edit later. I'll give an example here real quick that this is the northern battle axe that they have in the game. You can tell that, of course, I want the handle to be around the same length. I want it to be heavy, which I kind of have with this one. But I think once it's a bit bigger, it will have more of that weight to it. Show off again just how my weapon works in game and to show that it's effective and playable. That was kind of a quick move. So what I really wanted to focus on for most of what I was doing here is I wanted to make sure that, first off, before I get into texturing, that everything works properly, everything feels right when you hold the weapon and when another weapon impacts it, or of course you impact another person. I've kind of properly added some physics there where the sharp points to the axe can stab people. It's a bunch of different collision systems that you have to add to the game. But I've pretty much made it to where I'm satisfied with how the model looks and with how it plays in-game. So my next couple of months or weeks will mostly be focused towards making sure that I can get this textured as soon as possible, because I would like to get this out to the modding community. And I do have to thank a lot of the people over on the Blade and Sorcery Discord. They helped me a lot through a lot of some of the tribulations that I had. With as nice as I kind of think the product came out right now, it'll look even better once textured. So I'll be very much looking forward to continuing to work on this weapon. I don't want to keep everybody for too long, so yeah, this is essentially the axe that I wanted to make within the game. I wanted to learn how to get into the modding community and figure out how to code a little bit, as well as properly model and texture. That is it. Thank you very much for watching the carnage that ensued, and I hope you enjoyed it.